My name is John Macpherson. I am the CEO of BMLL Technologies. We are building a web-based platform offering order book data from global trading financial exchanges, massive scale hardware on the AWS cloud, and a learning interference software library. So BMLL was incorporated in 2014 as a spin out from Cambridge University, looking to enable efficient value extraction from the limit order book. We're dealing in what they describe as level 3 limit order book data. It's the most granular financial data on earth. There isn't anything more granular in the finance markets. In essence, when properly used, this allows a real pattern recognition in terms of traders' true intentions in what they're doing. This is the stuff that people have written books about in terms of speakings and other books, etc. But it's only been available to a very small number of companies. We're talking about 12 or 14, maybe globally co-located high-frequency trading funds. We're leveling a playing field that's been uneven for a very long time. So the problem is defined there, but the model is unique. It's not unique in getting access to this data, but the model of how we price it is, with all of the over 30 global trading venues that we're working with as our partners, we've created an hourly rental model. So for a client, whether you be a hedge fund, a bank, to go out and purchase this data at the moment is vastly expensive, hugely time consuming, and therefore that creates huge pulls on your resources and constraints. The product is unique. The global client base, though, is not. It is every investment bank, every investment firm, the vast majority of hedge funds, and even the banks, a big one, the central banks and regulators around the world. The question we get asked an awful lot is, why should clients pay to store data and own software when they're not actually using it 24 hours a day? A lot of firms historically have captured this data themselves, but as you can imagine, with the amount of data increasing exponentially every 18 months, it's expected, it's been doubling. It's no longer cost efficient to do that. We offer them the chance to rent it. Our clients don't own the data, we don't own the data. It is rented from the exchanges with this unique model. BMLL then provides a machine learning API designed to recognize patterns in this limit order book. Now, level 3 limit order book data is, as I mentioned, the most granular financial data on earth. The three components, therefore, of what we have on the platform are, in essence, the data, the hardware, and the analytics. And no one's put those in one location. A little bit about the exchange partners and trading venues around the world. We've got over 32 agreements with trading venues now, and we're looking to add more to that list. We approximately get 1 or 2 more additionally coming in each month. But for now, we have been focused in the last 7 months with testing with a dozen alpha institutions. That has allowed us to provide real feedback, or they've provided us rather, real feedback, which allows us to really target where our clients have the greatest interest in this. When 99% of the world's financial institutions don't have access to this quality of data, that becomes incredibly relevant. The alpha clients represent, if you like, the 3 different categories that become relevant for us as a company. The alpha generators, the research bodies in academia, and the regulators and central banks. And these are our alpha customers. They represent a true cross-section of the financial market firms we appeal to. Investment banks, investment firms, high-frequency trading firms, quant funds, systematic hedge funds, regulators and central banks. And we've been part of the Bank of England FinTech Accelerator Programme for the last 4 months, the write-up of which has just appeared on their website. The addressable market in this space is growing. it's growing very, very quickly. The competitive landscape, however, remains relatively stationary. There are people doing parts of what we do, and no one's combining all three parts in one platform. There is very much a first mover advantage here, and we're looking to utilize it. Our model and product and how it's accessed remain unique. A little bit on the team. I thought it worth providing a little bit of an update, and I did just reference the Bank of England FinTech Accelerator Program. I just want to read a quote that was on their proof of concept that was released last week. A contract with BMLL removes the need for license agreements with individual exchanges. For an organisation wishing to look at data from a number of markets and regions, this would save time and effort. The nature of the data discussed here indicates that it would be challenging to access the full content by any other means. Yes, this is something that our investor base spend most of their time asking about. The real question here I and every investor asks is how this company eventually comes to fruition, or is sold or IPO'd. In truth, there are many options here, but in the meantime, we expect to be P&L positive by the end of next year. I'm not going to move straight to the questions, because I did have one other slide on that, and just one other thing to add, if I may. The value of Google's search engine, or the value Google search engine has extracted, has come about with simple search algos, not artificial intelligence. Supermarkets plotting consumers' buying habits, fraud detection in credit cards, all use big data, but ultimately very simple algos. The general assumption is that artificial intelligence and machine learning is everywhere. It's clearly not. Pattern matching starts to deploy smarter algos, but this remains well short of real intelligence. When we start to apply machine learning and artificial intelligence to financial markets, we're not as advanced as supermarkets or credit card companies today. Even at this early stage, there's massive value to be extracted. The finance sector stands on the brink of an explosion in use cases for AI and ML. But the data management and compute power demands of large-scale AI and ML programs require buy and sell side firms to fundamentally reappraise their existing technology capabilities. Reliable, flexible, and immediate access to high-density compute power and vast, clean data sets will become a business-critical consideration for all. With some high-frequency trading firms having invested heavily in the last decade to ensure speed of communication, the emphasis is turning to cost-effective harnessing of the compute power due to the finance area's growing dependence on analysis and interpretation of these large data sets to deliver improved performance for clients and investors. These buy-side firms cannot process this data without machine learning and the assistance it provides due to its scale. This is true beyond market data as well. There are so many other sources of data, a daunting task which we plan to address. Thank you. Were there?
Who's got a question? Come here first.
What data sets will you have available at the launch or already have available?
That's a very good question. So our alpha clients have been working with 4 very limited data sets over the last 7 months. That's really because our cost of storage becomes exponentially higher once we make the 19 data sets available at launch, which will be in the next 2 months. At launch, to answer your question, we're going to have a consolidated European tape, which is every equity that is traded on multiple venues in Europe, which has had real traction amongst the clients we're talking to, as well as derivatives data from 4 of the biggest 5 exchanges in the world. A couple of other slightly smaller ones, but we're certainly ones towards them. With plenty more to follow. Yeah.
How do you validate the data that comes in to ensure it's real
that can not only be the actual trade data, but when you're dealing with limit order book, let's pick an example. HSBC shares trade on the London Stock Exchange. We have to rebuild the limit order book on an average day 3,000 times a second. So the granularity becomes obvious. The thing that our clients look at is the timestamp from the tickets, being able to carry that across multiple exchanges to take advantage of that data in its true form. But the data quality is guaranteed by the exchange. What we have to be careful about is how we parse and translate that data into a common format. We're very clear about that process.
If I've got my own compute power and analytics, can I just suck your data out?
No. So one of the, it's a good question, it's one I get asked by hedge funds on a constant basis. Why can't I just download the data? The raw data, the file sizes are vast, as you can imagine. We, as part of the platform and with the agreements we have with the clients and the agreements we have with the exchanges, have made it impossible to download the raw data from the platform. The data is only rented, so we rent it on behalf of our clients from the exchange, which gives us a unique position, if you like. But actually, I don't know why anyone would want to, in essence. But no, we have created a level of security. We also have Ernst & Young citizen independent audit approved that that would be impossible.
So I have my own unique analytics. How can I process the data?
Well, I referenced earlier the fact that if you're a hedge fund manager, you might have interest in the toolboxes that we make available to use in that space. But equally, we allow clients to upload their own analytical algo tools, to backtest their models, refine them better in a safe and secure environment.
I think that's all we've got time for.
Okay.
Very quick,
Go, please.
What is the latency between the trade taking place, whether the auditing of the market versus you stitching the order book together and presenting that to clients?
Really good question, and I'm sorry I didn't answer it in the presentation. We deal in historical limit order book data. So we're not dealing in live data feeds at any point. We're not trying to be a different route to market or anything else. So our data is good as of the previous evening's close. And we carry up to 3 years back data with this granularity on all the exchanges we're covering. Okay, so it's estimated that shortly after launch we're going to be hosting 10 petabytes of data.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you.
With Fletcher and Italia, the CTO and Chief Data Scientist.